only Pete Vicari. ¿Cómo está? I shouldn't say that, though. Are you there, sir? Pete?
Yes, sir. I'm here. Good morning. How are y'all?
Morning to you. It's good to have you. Man, if you're watching C Spire TV or SuperTalk TV, Lance has some B-roll in there, just an idea on the auction itself. I love watching these auctions. If I hit the Powerball on Wednesday, I think I'll be in the front seat on one of them. But you guys have, this is the fourth time Crusin the Coast has voted the America's best car event across the entire country. This thing has turned into a mega event, and it's people like you and participation like what you're going to be doing next week that's making this thing just an incredible national and international event now. Tell me a little bit about the auction that's going to happen next week.
Well, we have probably almost 600 items of cars that we're going to auction off starting on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. But the auction this year literally starts on Wednesday. We have Hollywood memorabilia. We have a gentleman that his grandfather was in the movie business, and he's collected thousands of items of memorabilia. We also have a lot of old neon stuff, and we have some jewelry. We have some stuff for the ladies also. But it has grown, like you said. I mean, we had people from England last year. We have Puerto Rico. We have 43 states. I mean, look, 27 years ago when we started this, we never, we wanted to have a great show. But, we thinking now it's going to be over 10,000 registered and probably 2 or 3 times that many that don't register.
Now, have you been doing this every year for, 26 years now?
Yeah, I've been in it from day one. I don't know if you remember Gene Oswald. He's the director when this all first got started. And, God bless his soul. He's playing with the board. He passed away from cancer, but, that brings up another question. That's why I'm so involved with the Al Copeland Foundation, is to, to find a cure. And they've done. They found a cure for, certain type of cancers. And we actually have a gentleman has donated a Mustang, and we're going to auction it off to find that cure. And Al Copeland actually covers the cost of any kind of administration, and so any money that are raised goes straight to the cure and help that patient.
That's kind of a special Ford Mustang too. Is it 2007?
Yeah, it is, and it's very low miles. I believe it's one owner. The original owner is donating it to, and he knew Al Sr. For the people out there, that may not know, Al Copeland Sr., who was the founder of Popeye Chicken.
Right. This thing, it says here that we'll auction off an ultra-rare 2007 Celine Parnelli Jones edition Ford Mustang, and again, extremely rare. So what do you think the starting bid on this is going to be?
Well, I'm hoping, and if it's anything like previous years, the people, like last year, we sold, I forgot what it was, we raised over $200,000, but people have bought stuff, and then they really don't want it. They're opening their checkbooks and their hearts, and they donate and say sell it again. We sold. Some guy bought a brand new LSA, one badass motor from Chevy, and we auctioned it off 3 times before the guy said, "Okay, look, I'm going to keep the motor."
And it goes to the Cancer Clinical Trial Program, which is absolutely incredible. Do you have your own selection of cars? Your own? You've got a selection too, don't you?
Yeah. I've got some 63 consecutive VIN number. I have 3 of them, prototypes.
Yeah.
Because the 62 is a different body style than the 63.
I just saw the 53 Buick Skylark on the video that Lance is playing on the TV. that Skylark is something else, man. That's a 1953. You don't see a lot of those.
Yeah, that is, 53 is an anniversary year for Buick at the time, and it's an amazing. That particular car is it's probably one of the best in the world. I mean, it was fully restored. It's amazing, and that's a story in itself because the owner will not be present. He had a stroke in his head. He's in ICU right now, so I have to go after the car and get it, handle it for the family. But we'll be praying for him.
Pete, I said something earlier this morning when I came on. I said, being a baby boomer, we have things in our mind that we've seen a lot of things, we've done a lot of things, but one of the things that the next generations ahead of us they'll miss. They'll never have this opportunity to enjoy cars in a way that we did. With the new fins, the secrecy of the unveiling of the new models, it was an era that I don't think will ever be repeated.
Well, you're right, but like I tell everybody, and I go all over the country, and I tell people about Cruising the Coast, and when they do finally come, they said, "Oh my God, why haven't we been coming for years?" And they hooked and they've come. But when I do tell them these things, they bring the family because your kids, our kids, is the next generation to keep them interested in this. And there's a lot of young people out there that are buying cars, but they tend to go to the exotics more than the older 50s, but they still love the 60s and 70s muscles. That will always do well, I think.
Absolutely. When and where is this auction going to take place?
Okay, it's at the Mississippi Coast Coliseum and Convention Center right there on the beach. Mm-hmm. We start Wednesday, like I said, with the collectibles, and then the cars start on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And we invite everybody to come out. It's really stress-free, so to speak. We have, if you didn't come prepared to bid, Keesler Finance is there. They can, give you a credit line. It takes 5 minutes to do that. All my people are very helpful. They want to, ask any questions that you may have, and we'll have the answers, and we'll walk you through the process. And, it opens at 8:30 every morning, starting on Wednesday, and come out. It's going to be a great weekend. I think the weather forecast is looking really great.
I doubt very seriously we're going to have any rain. But if we do, everybody probably will just put the top up and be happy with it since it's been dry for so long. By the way, if anybody wants to know, somebody is asking me on C-Spire text line to spell the name, because if you want more information on this and all the schedule and everything else, as a matter of fact, I'll send the schedule out again in a few moments on my Twitter account at Paul Gallo Show. But the name is Vicari. Vicari. Ironically, it's the word car in the middle of it. Vicari. So you can't miss that one. And the Twitter account is at Vicari Auction. So it's as simple as that. All the information is there.
And Paul, you can go on Cruising the Coast, and we have a link there. Right. So it's easy to find us. Cruising the Coast or Vicari Auction.
Anybody who happens to be coming in, I can imagine this, anybody who happens to be driving through, maybe to a casino on the coast or something, and some of the snowbirds coming down, and they don't know about this, and all of a sudden they're going to be passed, or they're passing all of these cars, they got to know something's coming in, because just about every piece of pavement you have some classic cars heading down to the coast.
Oh, it's already started. I mean, and we've had that happen many times where people come and say, we didn't know this was going on, and they end up buying a car.
One of the things that's so unique about this, too, is just not one location, in front of one store, one shopping center. It's across the entire stretch of the Gulf Coast. And again, as I mentioned this morning, and I kind of apologize because we don't often say that it is a family event. Bring the kids, they'll enjoy it. And we made sure we mentioned that earlier this morning.
Yeah, no, it is a family event. And, in 2021, we did an impact study for the state wants to see the benefits of Cruising the Coast.
Yeah.
And it was 286,000 people come in that 10-day period for Cruising the Coast. So it's a great, impact for the, that coast right there, which is over
be even more
$33
than
million.
Yeah. Plus all of the TV shows that have some role for that a little bit later on. Pete, thank you, man. Appreciate it. We will have Super Talk down on next week, so looking forward to that. Pete Vicari, Vicari Auctions. Check him